Most cheap hair oils don't work the way that men expect them to. I'll explain why they're marketed so aggressively, what they're missing, and what actually matters instead. Let's talk about the biggest misconception around hair oils. Here's the problem with most cheap hair oils. They're built around one ingredient. Maybe it's castor oil, maybe it's rosemary, maybe it's coconut. And the marketing, oh, the marketing, mwah, chef's kiss. They'll show you before and after photos. They'll throw around words like ancient remedy and clinically proven. They'll slap on a label on it that says 100% pure. Like that automatically means that it's not weak. But here's what they don't tell you. Hair loss is not a one ingredient problem. Think about it like this. If your car breaks down, you don't just throw oil at the engine and call it a day. You check the battery, you check the tires, you check the transmission. Your hair follicles are the exact same way. DHT is shrinking them. Inflammation is choking them. Poor circulation is starving them. And stress is pushing them back into that shutdown mode. So when you buy a $10 bottle of pure rosemary oil off of Amazon, you're only addressing one of those problems. Maybe. I remember when I first started my hair growth journey, I bought this bottle of castor oil. Big bottle, cheap. The reviews were glowing. My hair grew back 3 inches in 1 month. My bald spot's gone. I was pumped. I applied it every night for 6 weeks. And do you know what happened? My pillow got greasy. My hair looked like I dunked my head in a fryer. And my crown? Still thinning. Because castor oil alone is not enough. It's part of the solution, but it's not the whole thing. And that's the trap. Cheap oils give you one piece of the puzzle and expect you to figure out the rest. Now, let's talk about something that most guys don't even think about. Absorption. You can have the best ingredients in the world, but if they're not getting into your scalp, they're useless. Cheap oils are usually just carrier oils. Coconut, jojoba, olive. And yeah, those are great for moisture, but they sit on the surface of the scalp. It's like watering a plant by spraying the leaves instead of watering the roots. Sure, it looks wet, but the roots, they're still thirsty. Your hair follicles are deep in your scalp. They need ingredients that can actually penetrate. Ingredients that are small enough to get through the skin barrier and deliver nutrients where they're needed. That's why essential oils like peppermint and rosemary, they work so well. They're not just sitting on top, they're getting in. But here's the kicker. Most cheap oils don't combine carrier oils with essential oils in the right ratios. They just give you one or the other. So you're either getting moisture with no penetration or you're getting penetration with no nourishment. It's like trying to build a house with just a hammer or just nails. You need both. And if your scalp isn't prepped, forget it. If you got product buildup, dead skin, or clogged pores, even the best oil is not getting through. If you want to put this into practice, I use the Main Growth Elixir. It's a natural blend that I built to support scalp health and long-term growth. You can find it in the link below. Try it consistently for 90 days. And if it's not for you, you get your money back. All right, back to the problem. Here's another thing that cheap oils won't tell you. Concentration matters. A lot. You can have rosemary oil in your product, but if it's 0.05% rosemary, 99.5% filler, it's not doing anything. It's like ordering a protein shake and getting a cup of water with a scoop of protein powder floating on top. Technically there's protein there, but is it enough to make a difference? No. Most cheap oils are diluted to the point where the active ingredients are basically homeopathic. They're there in name only. And here's the sneaky part. The label will say contains rosemary oil or infused with saw palmetto, but it won't tell you how much. Because if they did, you'd realize that you're paying $15 for a bottle of coconut oil with a few drops of rosemary in it. I had a buddy who bought this DHT blocking hair oil off of TikTok, and the ad was slick. The influencer had great hair and my buddy was sold. He used it for 3 months. Nothing. So I asked him to send me the ingredient list. And you know what the first ingredient was? Mineral oil. Yeah, mineral oil. The stuff that they use in baby oil. It's cheap, it's a filler, and it does nothing for your hair growth. The saw palmetto, it was listed on dead last, which means that it was probably less than 1% of the formula. He basically paid $30 for baby oil with a fancy label. And that's the game. Cheap oils use cheap fillers. They throw in one or two hero ingredients. At trace amounts, and they market the hell out of it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Even if you buy a cheap oil with decent ingredients, there's still a problem. Synergy. Your hair follicles don't respond to just one thing. They respond to a system. Think of it like this. A sports team. You can have the best quarterback in the world, but if he doesn't have a good offensive line, good receivers, and a solid defense, he's not winning any games. Hair growth works the exact same way. You need DHT blockers like saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil to stop the shrinking. You need circulation boosters like peppermint and ginseng to deliver oxygen and nutrients. You need anti-inflammatories like black seed oil and turmeric to calm the scalp. And you need nourishing oils like castor and argan to strengthen those hair shafts. When all of these work together, that's when you see results. But cheap oils don't do that. They give you one ingredient, maybe two, and they expect you to figure out the rest. It's like trying to bake a cake with just flour. No eggs, no sugar, no baking powder, just flour. Good luck with that. Me, I spent a year buying individual oils and mixing them myself. Rosemary here, castor oil there, a little bit of peppermint, a little bit of saw palmetto. Bam! My bathroom looked like a chemistry lab. And honestly, it was exhausting. I'd forget the ratios, I'd run out of one ingredient and not the others, and I never knew if I was using too much or too little. And that's when I realized that I needed a formula that was already dialed in, something that had all the ingredients in the right amounts working together. Because hair growth isn't just about one ingredient, it's about the combination. And here's something that nobody talks about. Cheap oils are inconsistent. Batch to batch, bottle to bottle, the quality varies a lot. Why? Because they're cutting corners. They're using the cheapest suppliers. They're not testing for purity. They're not standardizing their extract. So the bottle that you buy in January might work okay, but the bottle that you buy in March, totally different. It's like ordering a burger from a restaurant and then getting a completely different burger every single time. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's dry, and sometimes it's raw. You never know what you're gonna get. I've seen this firsthand. I bought the same rosemary oil from the same brand twice. The first bottle, it smelled strong, earthy. The second bottle, barely any smell, watered down. Same label, same price, completely different product. And here's the thing, when you're trying to grow your hair back, consistency is everything. You need to know that what you're using today is the same stuff that you'll be using 3 months from now, because hair growth is slow. It takes time. And if your product keeps changing, you'll never know if it's actually working. So if cheap oils don't work, what does? 3 things. Number 1, multi-ingredient formulas. You need a blend, not just one oil, not just 2. You need a comprehensive formula that addresses DHT, circulation, inflammation, and nourishment all at once. That's why the main growth elixir has over 40 botanicals. It's not overkill, it's covering all the bases. Number 2, proper concentration. The active ingredients need to be present in amounts that actually matter. Not trace amounts, not homeopathic doses, real effective concentrations. Number 3, consistency. You need a product that's the same every time, batch after batch, bottle after bottle. And here's the bonus. You need to prep your scalp. Even the best oil won't work if your scalp is clogged, inflamed, or starved of blood flow. That's where the scalp massage comes in. That's where exfoliation comes in. That's where your scalp stimulator tool comes in. You're not just working oil and hoping for the best. You're creating an environment where your follicles can actually respond. It's like planting seeds in good soil versus planting seeds in concrete. The seeds are the same, but the environment makes all the difference. And so here's the thing about cheap oils. They're not actually cheap. Yeah, you might pay $10 or $15 for a bottle, but if it doesn't work, you're just wasting 10 to 15 bucks. And then you buy another one and then another one and another one. Before you know it, you spent $100 on oils that didn't do anything. Oh, and I've been there. I've had a drawer full of half-used bottles. Castor oil, coconut oil, rosemary oil, argan oil. None of them worked on their own, and I didn't know how to combine them properly. So I kept buying, kept trying, and kept hoping. It wasn't until I spent 2 years researching, mixing, testing, trial and error on my own scalp that I finally dialed in the formula that became the main growth elixir. And yeah, it took some time, but once I got it right. I stopped wasting money on stuff that didn't work. And that's the real cost of cheap oils. They keep you stuck in a cycle of trial and error, and your hair keeps thinning while you figure it out. Now, if you want to know how to apply the main growth elixir the right way so that you're not wasting product like I did when I first started, how much to use, how often, and the massage technique that actually activates these ingredients, I made a full step-by-step tutorial breaking it all down. Click on the video on the screen right now and I'll walk you through it.